Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into the bizarre and terrifying world of one of the most important novels ever written, Franz Kafka's The Trial. So get ready, because we're about to enter a reality where the system is everything and your logic means absolutely nothing.
Right from the jump, we get this incredible opening line. It doesn't just start the story, it yanks us, and our main character, Josef K, right into a world that makes no sense. An accusation, but no crime. An arrest, but no wrongdoing. The nightmare starts now.
So, the story kicks off on K's 30th birthday, but instead of cake and candles, he gets something else entirely. Something terrifying, and, in a really creepy way, kind of ordinary.
Just try to picture this. You wake up, there are two strangers in your apartment, and they are casually eating your breakfast. Then they tell you you're under arrest. And when you ask the most obvious question in the world, why, they just shrug. They can't tell you. It's the sheer calmness of it all that makes it so unbelievably chilling.
And this right here is the heart of the whole conflict. See, K lives in our world, a world of logic, reason, due process. He's a banker. He believes in rules. But he's just been dragged into the court's world, a kind of parallel universe where none of that matters, a place where you are always assumed to be guilty. His whole life is now caught in this collision between one man and an all-powerful, faceless system.
So, what does K do? He sets out to find this court, to face it down. I mean, he's a rational guy, right? He figures this whole thing has to be some kind of huge mistake, and he can just clear it up. But what he finds? Well, it's not exactly a hall of justice.
And that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Who are these people who now have total control over his life? And where on earth are they operating from?
The court isn't some grand marble building. No, it's the total opposite. It's this weird, pathetic parody of justice, hiding out in the dusty, cramped attics of apartment buildings. Its law books are literally filled with pornography. So this isn't just an unfair system, it's a disgusting, decaying one. It's a vision of power, not as something grand, but as a kind of rot, hiding in the forgotten corners of our world.
K figures this out almost right away. At his very first interrogation, which is held in some random, crowded attic, he just screams this at everyone there. He sees the system for exactly what it is, a machine built to create guilt where there is none.
Okay, so K has seen how absurd and corrupt the court is. What does he do? He does what any of us would do. He tries to fight it. He uses logic. He uses strategy. But here's the thing about Kafka's world. Every rational step you take just pulls you deeper into the maze, because you can't beat a system that has no rules. Just look at how this system is built to wear you down. K tries everything logical. He hires a lawyer. The lawyer just gets lost in paperwork. He looks for powerful people to help. All they can offer are ways to maybe delay the case, but never, ever to actually win it. So he tries to take matters into his own hands, and what happens? His whole life starts to fall apart.
And this is where it gets truly brilliant and truly horrible. You see, the court's goal isn't to get to a verdict. The trial is the sentence. It is a machine designed to just grind you down, to suck away your energy, your sanity, your life, until there's nothing left. It's a trap where winning and losing don't even matter anymore. The struggle, that's the cage. Now things get even darker. K finds himself in a huge, empty cathedral. A prison chaplain finds him there, but he doesn't offer comfort or answers. Instead, he tells him a story, a parable that gets to the very core of this novel's bleak, terrifying philosophy.
The story starts out pretty simple. A man shows up looking for the law. He believes, like we all do, that the law should be for everyone. But there's a guard blocking the door. Not right now, the guard says. So the man decides to wait.
And he waits for his entire life. He gives away everything he owns, trying to bribe his way in. And the doorkeeper takes it all. But with this twisted logic, he says he's only taking it so the man can't blame himself later for not trying absolutely everything.
And here is the final devastating twist. The door was always for him, only for him, and yet he was never allowed to go through it. It's this absolutely terrifying idea that there's a unique, personal form of judgment waiting for each of us, one that we are destined to chase but never, ever reach.
This is the priest's final, soul-crushing piece of advice. In the world K is in, the truth doesn't matter one bit. All that matters is the power of the system. You don't have to believe the lies. You just have to submit to them if you want to get by.
So where does all this lead? What happens to a man when you strip away reason, justice, and truth? Well, let's watch this all build to its inevitable, brutal end.
Exactly 1 year to the day after his arrest, the whole process finally comes to an end.
After a full year of fighting, of scratching and clawing for an answer that was never there, the trial is over. The ending is just as absurd and formal as the beginning was. Two men in top hats and coats show up. They're polite, almost professional. And K, he just goes with them. After a whole year of fighting, he doesn't resist. He finally gets it. The struggle was pointless.
In his last moments, his mind is still reaching for the world he used to understand. He's clinging to the very logic that failed him so completely, still wondering, where was the judge? Where was the high court? He's looking for an authority he could never find because it was never meant to be found.
And then, with a knife plunged into his heart, Josef K dies. And his final thought isn't about innocence or defiance, it's about shame. The system has won so completely that he dies feeling disgraced, like an animal. He dies feeling like he was a part of his own destruction.
And from this unforgettable, bleak story, our language got a brand new word. When you're trapped in a situation that is illogical, maddening, and just senselessly bureaucratic, you're in a situation that is truly Kafkaesque.
You know, in the end, the power of this novel is that it's so much more than a story. It's a warning. It's a lens you can use to see the hidden machinery of power itself. So the real thing to take away from all this is a question for you. When you come up against a system that feels totally arbitrary, impossible to navigate, and just plain absurd, are you sure it's the system that's on trial, or is it you?